Hi peeps, I'm Auriel Grace, and today's psychic tip is spirit guides and ancestors. Alright, so the other day I did a psychic tip about how you can learn how to do psychic readings. Alright, and you go back and check on that. And so one of the questions I got back was, are some of my spirit guides my ancestors? Yeah. I mean, most of our ancestors come in and out of our life, those that have passed and that, are very ancestry. They do come in, they do assist us. Like my great-grandmother, my grandmother on my mother's side, and my grandmother on my father's side all have an opinion about how I live my life. And so they're not always with me. And your ancestors may not always be with you, because especially if it was like a grandma, because they have other grandchildren. And so they go visit them. And in fact, I have asked, hey, where you been? Well, they've been visiting their other grandchildren. They're helping them too, which is cool. So it's something for you to think about as you're connecting to them. If you say their names or if you start asking for their assistance, they'll be with you. And you may be able to tell if they're there for you. With my grandmother, my Lola, on my father's side, I feel her stroking my head. She'll do that. That's how I know it's her. My other two grandmothers are different. They're loud. But I love them, but they're loud. So I know when they're there, because it's kind of like, okay, so what do you want? What are you doing? Why are you doing it? There's a lot of questioning. So, and I think it has to do with cultures too, because my Lola is a Filipino lady, and my grandmothers on my mother's side are European, and they're loud. Sometimes obnoxious. But they can be with you. And how do you recognize them when you're doing a reading? Like, say you're going to use the little circle that I showed you about, and you're starting to do the reading, and you're putting the words in the circle, and you look up at your friend that you're doing a reading for, and you start to see maybe outlines of spirit guides. And how can you tell that they're ancestors? Sometimes you can tell by when they show up. They're usually the ones that step forward first, especially if they have something to say. And believe me, ancestors always have something to say. And sometimes they're the spokesperson, right? So they're talking for all the other guides. They're just like, all right, so these are the messages. Here we go. Write it down. And so you're listening to them and talking to them. Sometimes it's a different spirit guide, and the ancestors hang back because there needs to be something else said. Okay? And so when you go to get a reading, the information a lot of times for you is coming from your ancestors or your spirit guides and angels. That's just how it is. That's how we get the messages, because the information doesn't come from us, it comes from them, right? So when you're connecting to your ancestors, your spirit guides and angels, ask them how they feel, or maybe even what they smell like. Because my great-grandmother, when she wants to talk to me, I smell coffee and buttered toast. That's how I know it's her. Coffee and buttered toast. Before she even starts talking, because she talks a lot when she does come to visit. And then when she's done, she leaves. So, and that's how I know it's my great-grandmother. And she is the strongest one of them all. The strongest feeling of them all. So, like I said, my Lola, she will stroke my head. My great grandmother, she smells like coffee and buttered toast. My other grandmother is a softer, my mother's mother is a softer presence. And she is, you know, she has a gentler voice when she's speaking to me, which I appreciate. She's not so brash. So you may want to, like with your ancestors, and you want to talk to them, ask them for a signal, ask them for something so that you know it's them. And if you knew your ancestors well, or if you know of your ancestors well, you'll know like maybe what their favorite thing was, or you'll know that they're a very gentle person, or you'll know that they smelled like, you know, roses or vanilla or whatever. So look for those signals or signs to let you know that's who you are talking to. That way you're getting information for your higher and better good, and you're connecting to that family member that has gone through the veils, but you can still make that connection to them because they're always around somewhere. So you can always like connect to them. They hear you. They will hear you. And they may not be there momentous, like right in the moment, but they will come and they will assist you. And the best time too to speak to your spirit guides, angels, ascended masters, your ancestors, is when you're sleeping. That's why dream journals are really important. So if you are the type of person that has dreams, that you remember your dreams, ask for them to come in your dreams and give you those messages. And you'll be able to connect and have conversations that you'll remember from your ancestors. And that's fun, you know. So do not limit yourself when you want to connect with your spirit guides, your angels, and your ancestors, because there is no limit for them. They're in a whole different place. It's a whole different ballgame for them, right? We're here on this plane doing our thing, and they're on the other planes of existence doing their thing, and they're basically limitless. So they can come and go as they please. They can be with you whenever you need them to support you so you can feel loved, and you can assist yourself with their wise words. Okay? All right. You may also notice that your ancestors may look different from the last time you saw them. So like my great grandmother looks like she's in her 40s, like 30s, 40s, you know. And so my grandmother looks like she's in her 30s or so. My Lola looks like she's, you know, a little bit younger than what she was when she passed away. And so, you know, they look differently. They look like their best selves in life. So there you go. There's some handy tips for you. I hope this helps those of you who want to connect to your ancestors, who want that, I don't know, communication and love from them. Remember, they're always around. They haven't gone that far away. You just may not be able to see them the way they were before they passed away. In fact, they probably look a lot better and feel a lot better, and their energy is a lot bigger and greater. So try that. Just call their names. Ask for them to come to you and assist you, and they will. Absolutely. All right, so that's your psychic tip. So have a great day, and remember, keep your heart open and aligned with the energy of love. And I'll see you next time. Bye.